All right, welcome back. We just had a nice break, and we're back. We're ready. We're fresh.
Way over 5 minutes.
All right, so after that interesting conversation earlier, we are going to move on to more chill topics. Back to YOLO mode.
No, let's just find out how everyone's doing in the room.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Yeah, you know what? How's everyone doing? You all right? How's your unis going? Have you applied?
Well, let's give the mic to Elgin because he already concluded the UCAS process, and Ibrahim as well. Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can give some advice to someone like me who doesn't know what degree I want to do yet.
Yeah, maybe under personal statements on what courses are you applying for?
So I'm applying for medicine, so is Elgin. Yeah, so I'm applying for medicine. I think Elgin is as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's meant to see the check.
We might as well talk about that then. So wait, Elgin, why medicine?
Why medicine?
Yeah,
Oh, that's the Well, it's funny. You think I look back like 2 years ago, and if someone said, "Do you want to do medicine?" I would have told you no. I hate hospitals.
Yeah.
Then like as time went on, I started thinking about it, and it's like, cause like my brother is doing medicine, right? And then it's like, cause what job lets you change the world for the better, right? What job lets you save dozens of lives in a week? No, few other jobs do something like that, right?
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason I kind of did. But then I remember saying that to who was I saying it to? I said it to. So there's a woman in KCL for outreach medicine, and I said that, and she said, okay, why not be one of the stepping stones for the cure for cancer? You'd save a lot more lives like that, and if you're like one of the 3,000 stepping stones, you save more lives than any doctor will in their lives, than 10 doctors will in their lives. Mm-hmm. So that's not good enough reason to be a doctor. So then my excuse was that I'm selfish. It's like I want that instant gratification in a sense. So obviously, like I've tutored GCSE maths, and like the best thing, like when you're like helping someone with something, is seeing them going from a point of no understanding to a point of like understanding. It's like you see the eyes glow up. They're like, oh, I got it. And imagine that same abstract kind of feeling when you've got someone who's really sick, someone who's who was ridden of disease in a sense, and now they're better in a sense. You get that same kind of response. The eyes glow up. Oh my God! Like we've gone for chemotherapy now, and now I'm better. And it's all because of you and your team in a sense. And I was like, wow, this, that's the feeling I want. I want that dopamine release. Whereas if I was working in a lab every day, I'm not gonna get that constant, that boost of like dopamine. So it's part of that is my reason as well. But I also want that kind of gratification myself in a sense. But yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to say, someone like me, I don't know what degree I want to do yet, and just looking around and just everyone doing their personal statements and their uni options.
With the times, get.
I just, seriously, just use me, you two, and just say, what do I need to do to ensure that I get my UCAS application on time, that I will be happy with the 3 years of uni that I'm going to go ahead and do.
Obviously get your UCAS application on time, but when you're going to university, you need to make sure whatever career path you're going down is something meaningful to you. You don't want to do something, like a lot of people say, I want to get a job that makes a lot of money. Listen, no one cares. Literally, you're not going to care when you're 40 and you're working 9 to 5 and you're doing the same job and you're kissing your teeth every Monday morning. You want to do something that you wake up on Monday and you jump up, you're like, yeah, this is the best job in a sense. It's like seriously, I think you guys are tracking it, but you do not want to do a job that you're already doing it for the money, because you're only going to live for the holidays, just saving all this money up, you're living the best house, but then you're in it like half the time, and you want to do a job that really that infuses you with, that makes feel like you have meaning in a sense. You want a career, not a job.
Yeah, like especially because like it wasn't overnight that I decided to do medicine. It took me like years, because like when my brother started medicine, there was no way I wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. So you really have to think about, is this uni course, is this thing right for you? Because especially with me, because when it came to me thinking about it, it's like, am I happy spending like 5 to 6 years of my life doing medicine to be a doctor? Yes. So when you think about a course like maths or physics, you have to ask yourself, these 3 years that I'm spending, will I enjoy it? It's pretty much all that.
So think about, is there a problem in the world you want to solve? Is there like this thing you want, like, is there something like, wow, like I really want to get involved in this? Is there something like,
there's poverty, there's like lack of communication.
It has to be meaningful to you in a sense.
No, the thing is, right, I have various amounts of things I want to do. My problem is, if I choose one, get into there and say, 2 years later, after I've spent £27,000 or so, maybe I could have done this, maybe I could have done this.
Well,
how do I assert myself and like be sure that the degree I choose will be what I really enjoy?
Well, see, that's the problem.
There's more, you know, sorry. I enjoy more than one thing, that's my problem.
But see, that's the thing, that's everything in life. You have to close some doors and you know, and only enter a few in a sense. For example, how do you know you're going to marry the right girl? There's going to be loads of girls like, why do you know you have to marry her in a sense? There's 3 billion other girls on this planet. Same thing, how do you know you're going to went to the right school? There's always choices you're going to have to shut down in order to pick one and go with that choice in a sense. And you have to make that decision in a sense. And like, you need to make sure that you're going to, you know, you're not going to regret like in 10 years time, like, oh gosh, I should have, and you ever have that feeling, you know something's wrong, oh gosh, you know, I really should have married Sarah instead. Like, imagine thinking about that, you understand? So it's like, you really want to make sure, like, is this the real, like, the actual thing is this thing, is this thing worth closing all the other doors for? And then, you know, then you got your career in it.
Just to follow through with Ibrahim's point, it doesn't essentially mean that you're closing your doors when you choose a career path. So, like what he said, you gotta choose something that you're passionate for. Just to go off on an anecdote, back in the Philippines, because we have a different educational system, back then I applied and I genuinely wanted to study marine biology and be a marine biologist, but then after some contemplation, I thought about it. Why would I want to do this as a job if I can just do it for fun further down the line when I actually have a job that I am passionate for, and then I can afford to actually, you know, explore the seas for fun?
Well, there's no better job than a job that is fun in a sense. Like if you're doing a job that is
I guess that.
You're basically, so it's like that's why you would do it in a sense. But it's, would you survive doing it? So like you want a sustainable job.
Yeah. So my point with that is, for me, because personally I get bored easily. Yeah. If I get too into a subject or a matter, like a few years after, that's it. I'm done with it. Yeah. So now, I'm currently trying to pursue the path of law. Yeah. Because I thought to myself, well, this is a pretty interesting subject. I mean, law is ever changing, just as human society is. Yeah. Yeah. So the laws are there to guide us, and as humanity advances, so will the law. Yeah. And this constant update, that's something that I will never get tired of, I believe myself.
And that's a very smart decision, like, because you're picking a very versatile field. Yeah. I feel like that's part of the reason I picked medicine in a sense. Like, everyone's like, okay, you're going to do medicine, you're going to become a doctor. Do you know how many different types of doctors are?
Exactly.
Do you know how many types of different lawyers there are?
Exactly.
You have so much scope in it, so you can go, okay, let me do some criminology here, or let me do some
It's transferable,
There's
that's
so
what's
much
important.
You can change in a sense.
Yeah.
And there's so much more to learn, and it's always changing in a sense.
Especially,
Constant stimulus. You don't want a job that, you know, like if you did accounting, after like 4 years in a job, you're doing
You're doing the same numbers. You can do the same thing with your eyes closed, essentially.
Exactly. And you want a job that allows you to, you know, explore in a sense, that, you know, encourages the creativity. Yeah. And that's what law and medicine does.
Yeah, exactly.
Accountant, listen, there's a robot that's going to be able to do half their jobs in about 20 years. AI is getting better. So it's like, that, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with your point with AIs, I mean, not to degrade other professions, because we need these different professions to keep humanity going. Yeah. But with special regard to law and medicine, with the dawn of AI, you know that it is going to evolve and in leaps and bounds that has never been seen before.
Hopefully not in my time. I'm waiting for the time where you know RT is not doing your heart surgery and someone's smiling. I feel like by the time until I'm 50, I feel like, you know, someone will be like, okay, I'd rather the human do it than that robot that could, you know, power that. I'm just hoping they'll have more trust in me. But it's crazy, like, because I think I read an article that said basically AI is better at discovering brain cancers than humans now. It's 95% more accurate, whereas humans are like 60% more accurate. And it's like, wow, like you can't. like AI is
technological
very,
advancement,
very
especially in the medical
Yeah.
industry, it is very interesting because I saw this one video back then about how a doctor from America can operate on someone
Yeah.
in Europe
Yeah.
with a machine.
Yeah.
That is
keyhole surgery. They're doing
that is
yeah.
very accurate.
Yeah.
So that is quite interesting indeed. And in the same sense with law, with the dawn of AI, therein lies the question of liability. Say you got hit by an AI car, who then is to blame?
Yeah, this whole thing of self-driving cars.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's not. Okay, let's stay on topic here. Do you think automation is gonna like be the end of like society? Like, cause you know, we've seen like McDonald's, Tesco's, Aldi. Well, Aldi not yet, but you know, Asda. Like they're losing staff because now you can scan your items for yourself. You can buy stuff, but you don't need someone scanning your items for and bagging it.
Yeah.
Do you think automation is good or bad for society?
I mean, I wouldn't. It's not really that black and white as good or bad.
Okay.
But personally, I believe that it would lead to some sort of stagnation in terms of the. No. I mean, it will advance. It will advance humanity. Yes, that is undoubted. But it will lead to some sort of societal stagnation.
I think it's really bad.
Do share your views.
Do you mean in terms of like AI will come and take over people's jobs?
Yes.
And then therefore our economy will not be stable.
Yes.
There'll be less. No,
I
but
thought-
listen, this has been happening for years.
Yeah,
Look
but I
at
feel like
factory
it's-
workers.
No, but the reason I'm saying it's bad is that as AI progresses and starts taking it starts off with the easy jobs in a sense. It really makes it really difficult. For example, if you think about so there's this statistic. So a lot of people, if your IQ is lower than 85, there's a lot of jobs you can't do in a sense. And as AI advances, the jobs are going to the programmers, they're going to the people who are more, able to deal with the more complex matters. And the simple jobs are being just done by bots, being done by bots in a sense. Now, if all of this happens, we're going to have a huge percentage of the population who are, we're going to have a huge, percent of the population who don't have the cognitive ability to do anything in society and can't benefit society. And I don't know what are they going to do. They're just going to sit there because, they can't do anything. For example, I think there was a report produced by the US Army that said they would not employ anyone who had an IQ less than 83 because people who have IQ less than 83 can't do anything in the army. And there's a lot of easy jobs in the army. Like there's guys that literally mop floors, polish shoes, and they can't do that effectively. So there's a huge percent of the population that need those kind of simple, very, very, very vocational.
Yeah,
tools, in a
but
sense.
I think in terms of the threat of AI taking over jobs, I think you could argue that if we have these amazing people making amazing AI, making these jobs worthless, is it really worth arguing that these jobs are worth it in the first place? Do we need checkout people? Do we need people working in food factories making this stuff? Because you could argue that remove those jobs and bring in more academically focused stuff.
Yeah, but
encourage that.
That's what I'm saying. But what people are academically able to do those jobs? Because as I said, there's a study that basically says there's about 15% of people who are not able to do very, very complex tasks in a sense.
I think that's what we have to change for the future.
But IQ is determined in a sense. As much as you can learn, as much as you can, there's a set IQ in a sense. Yeah. And some people can't. They literally can't read A-level biology book and go, that makes sense. But yeah.
The only way to get any further with that is through more education, I feel.
Well, yeah. Alright, so, that was, okay, well.
Alright, and that was our discussion on UCAS medicine and how you should write your personal statements. We'll probably get onto that at a later date.
So, we might as well conclude this here. That was...
Alright,
that's all from me.
My name has been Elgin Edison, and I've really enjoyed being on this podcast. Good night.
Bye, and that was all from me. Ibrahim, see you later.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you
to Ibrahim and Elgin. Okay, so it has been a good podcast, didn't it?
It was very good, yes.
Such a great episode, man.
I enjoyed it.
It is. Well, it's that time of the day.
What do we want to say? Okay, so next week is obviously half term.
Yep. Definitely.
And I don't know about you, I'm not going to come in half time.
Same. We'll all have our vacations. We'll all be fine and dandy. And when we return by the
So our times are normally Wednesdays.
Normally Wednesdays.
Yeah, so our next podcast will be on the 31st of October.
Yeah, hopefully.
And
about that. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Are you sure? Because this guy can't make up his mind. And you know, our admin, Ziad, he gets a bit frustrated.
Our Monsieur Ziad.
You can see his face, he gets a bit frustrated. And he's going to push us down the stairs.
Anyway,
it's been a good podcast. Thanks to Elgin, Ibrahim, Mohammed,
yeah,
everyone who gave
thank you. And thank you to everyone who tuned in.
You too as well for taking over while we had a nice break. So this is, so I'm Abdullah.
I am Ralph. This has been Bants and Rants, and we'll see you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.